thrilled. My featured biz this week is Bonnie Lefrak. Bonnie is an online transformation coach and fitness studio owner who works with women over 40 on weight loss and weight loss without restriction and deprivation diets most of us have grown up with. She has a boutique studio brand called the Fitness Asylum with locations in Shrewsbury, Boylston, Hudson, and Grafton, Mass. And she works online with women in her coaching program called SELFMADE. Her website is bonnielefrak.com. You can also tune into her podcast called Unf Your Weight Loss, which is now on Spotify and iTunes. So I hope you'll welcome. I am so thrilled about this because we all want to get that fall reset and get ready for the holidays. So welcome, Bonnie Lefrak. Hey, Bonnie.
Hi.
I'm happy to have you here.
I'm super excited to be here.
Listen, so you have to tell me, how did you get into fitness? And I can see, you're really toned.
I've been working at it for a little while, but, I probably, like a lot of women, struggled my whole life with being on diets, on again, off again, and trying to find activities that I actually liked. And how I really started was the early 90s. I happened upon jazzercise. I'm sure a lot of you women out there have maybe even taken jazzercise classes, and I never would call myself somebody who has a lot of rhythm and loves to dance and do all that stuff. But what I found was it was a lot of fun. There were a lot of women I met, and it was part community and part exercise. And so that is my start with fitness, really began with a love of that kind of movement. And I went on, of course, to teach jazzercise. And that was a springboard into becoming a personal trainer and then being involved in fitness management. And it really was jazzercise that opened the door to other, everything from spinning to weight training and everything in between. I eventually went on to compete as a bodybuilder.
I love that. So, question, and I know people have this question. Talk about the weightlifting versus the cardio, and women always think they're going to bulk up.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting, even looking back in the early days. I mean, Jazzercise is a franchise that's been around for a long time, and it was obviously a cardio workout, and they sprinkled in a little bit of weights. And yes, growing up, we were walking or running, doing aerobic dance. It was all step aerobics. It was all this cardio. And this idea that, weight training is obviously for men. That's where guys are in the gym, and women don't do that kind of workout because you would bulk up. And what I found was that strength, and that's really when I left Jazzercise, was when I discovered that strength training was actually like, aha, I discovered this big secret. If you strength train and push yourself a little bit, doesn't have to be that much, but that you start to see changes in your physique faster, that you start to not get bigger, but that you actually will become leaner. And it is funny. It's still out there, the idea that I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to, I'm trying to get smaller, not bigger. And right. It's interesting when you talk to men and women, they actually do want the same things, right? Everybody wants to be leaner. And the method to get leaner is actually pretty much the same as do some strength training, some cardio, and, watch what you eat, which of course is a kind of a big category. But yes, strength training for women was life-changing. I really felt like was Indiana Jones, and I found like the secret in the tomb or something like that. And like, how didn't anybody tell me my whole entire life that strength training was going to be this miracle?
Right. Yes. I think that's, we just need to sort of set the record straight with that. So why do you think most diets don't work long-term?
I think because they rely on us following something that is very restrictive has us foregoing the foods we grew up with or that we like, and sort of framing it in this, just do this for 6 weeks, just do this for 12 weeks, just do this for 4 months or what have you. And then after that, nobody ever talks about like, now what? So the weight loss in general, I know someone's going to like be like, no, it's not, because over 40 and over 50, there are different challenges for weight loss. But in general, I'm going to say the losing of weight can be very easy, right? It's just do this, eat this, don't eat that. However, we are humans with human brains, and, we get into, we have a lot of external things going on for us, and emotional eating and habit eating, and diets just don't really take into consideration that we're not robots. We don't just, follow something forever. Right. And I really think it comes down to that sustainability. If you're doing something to lose weight that is not sustainable for a lifetime, that you don't love it, it's not relatively easy, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't really help your, it doesn't help your health, like things are starting to fall apart, like you can't keep going with it. And that's where diets really leave women short.
Yeah, I definitely think, being mindful and having sort of that long-term, just, this is life, whatever, this is life. So you created a program called SELFMADE, and tell us about it, and why did you create it?
Yeah, no, thank you. This is, it's probably been a long time in coming. For like a lot of people, COVID was a reset point where I had the time and my brain was like going on and on. Like a lot of business owners were trying to really go, okay, here's an opportunity to really sit back and take a look at my business. And I have 4 studio gyms, and we are all about, weight training for women. And we even have nutrition programs inside the gym brand. But what I noticed, and it wasn't all of a sudden, I mean, I think it was there for a long time. It was just COVID gave me pause to look at it, is that many people would lose weight and then gain it back. And maybe they'd come back and lose it again and then regain it. And I was seeing the cycle. And for myself, I know what it's like to lose weight and gain it back, that it is devastating. It like really it really is hard on your body. It's hard on your mind. And so I really thought about, okay, what just kind of how we started talking about where diets kind of fall short in general. And that even includes some of my own transformation programs that were like, hey, for 12 weeks or for 4 weeks, do this. I wanted to bridge the gap. I really wanted to say, okay, what do women really need help with? And it's not that they don't have recipes, that they don't know how, to eat food. It's really dealing with physical hunger versus habit eating versus emotional eating, being so overtired and overextended and, not prioritizing themselves. The women who come to me inside SELFMADE are in their 40s and 50s. And they are at a point where they've done all the diets, they have lost weight, they have gained weight, and they never, they feel at first when they come to me that, that there's something wrong with them. They don't have discipline, or they don't have willpower, or they don't have what it takes. And the truth of the matter is, if we only approach diet with willpower and discipline and grinding it out and, all of those great fitness memes, like just do it. You can have excuses or you can have results. Like all that stuff is really motivational. But when, we're busy and we have families, we have kids, or we have parents, and we have a lot of obligations, and we're running around and all of that stuff, we still have to feed ourselves and we still have to prioritize ourselves. And I really just wanted to create that program that addressed women from all of the different angles. And even, the reality is, as we get older, our health changes, our hormones change, we have different needs. And a diet, especially one where you're like, oh, when I was 25, I went to XYZ diet, like we're not 25 anymore. Like, right. That's just not going to work. So I really wanted to also up my game as a health and fitness, wellness, weight loss transformation coach. I actually went and got life coach certified. Like I knew that I could address what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat, what to work out. I can do all of that all day long. But what I really wanted to help women with was feel better right away. Like we're not waiting till we lose 20 pounds to like ourselves. Like we have to address that now.
Yeah, and that's basic law of attraction. You have to be happy where you are now in order to receive where you want to be or where you want to go. So
Yeah.
that's great. So if someone was listening right now and wanted to lose weight and was confused or overwhelmed, what could they do right now to get started?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there are a lot of ways that you can get started wherever you are, and really with whatever you like to eat. So if you are somebody who is plant-based, or you're somebody who likes to eat all the things, or you are on that low carb track, because it really doesn't matter. All diets sort of work. I think it really is, one, learning how to pause, right? And learning how just to take that deep breath and check in with yourself. It sounds kind of crazy, right? Because we're like, no, go, got to do it all. But if you can just give yourself, it doesn't take long, 1 or 2 seconds just to go, okay, am I really hungry? What is going on with me? One of the biggest things we overlook is, what is it that you really need right now? And to allow, do you need food? Do you need to rest? Are you thirsty? Like, are you sad? Like that is something I think no diet is ever going to address, because we're told pretty much it doesn't matter what you think and feel, just do the diet. And I'm taking the reverse on that, is saying, you know what, if you start checking in with yourself, dropping in, do you remember, Steph, growing up with the stop, drop, and roll? Like that was like the fire alarm kind of stop, drop, and roll.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's sort of interesting. If you think about that stop, drop, and roll, literally letting yourself stop, just take that moment, drop into how you're feeling. What is it that you need right now? A lot of times we're reaching for food and we're reaching for wine, when really what we need is just a moment of rest, or just to vent about something, or just to feel our feelings. And then what can we roll into? Like, what else could I do right now? And it is funny, when I was thinking about stop, drop, and roll, we're all like thinking that's like the emergency signal. But in many ways, because life is stressful, we get those emergency signals all the time, and we try to override them by eating through them, or ignoring our actual real hunger signals. Because, they tell, if you're supposed to lose weight, real women don't eat food. You're not supposed to eat, right? You're supposed to have willpower.
Yeah. And I noticed even with myself that if I don't sleep well and I'm or thirsty, I try to figure, am I really hungry, or do I just need a nap, or do I need to drink some water, and I think those basic needs, they get crossed. The wires get crossed.
Yeah,
so
very much so. And I think that awareness, right? Having the awareness, for your physical body and for your mental state.
right.
Again, diets don't care about that. It's just like, follow this, do this, and just grind it out. And that only works. That it does work for a short period of time, but then here we are on the other side, we're going to regain that weight. And then we lump in on top of what I was already feeling stressed out. Now I just feel guilty. Now I'm ashamed. Now I feel regretful, on top of all the stress that I was already feeling to begin with.
Yeah. So you have a coaching program, and you can do that online or in person?
It is 100% online. I meet, 100%. So I work with women anywhere in the world. We have coaching calls that we do via Zoom, as well as one-on-one coaching inside the program. So you can have both that group experience as well as one-on-one. We really have people from all over the United States participating.
I love that. So if somebody was interested in working with you, how can they find you?
I would go right to my website, BonnieLefrak.com. You'll see lots of information, and you can even fill out an application and we will contact you.
I love it. And are you on Facebook, Instagram? Do you have any social media? What have you got going on?
Yeah, absolutely. I really mainly on Facebook. You can find me, Bonnie.Lefrak on Facebook, and I have a free Facebook group that you can join. Yeah, it's called Food, Fitness, and Fat Loss for Real Life. And if you have any trouble locating the page, you'll find me very easily on Facebook, Bonnie Lefrak. There's only one of me in the world. So yeah, I'm on Facebook.
I love it. So listen, will you come back and maybe give us some tips along the way? If we'll get you back on the show.
I would love it. Yes. I think yes, this is the audience for me. And I get it, being female over 50. We got a whole bunch more living to do.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. All right. So, definitely you want to get in touch with Bonnie, and Bonnie, we'll get you back on the show. Thank you for being on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Right, take care, honey. So exciting. You definitely want to get in touch with Bonnie, BonnieLefrak.com at BonnieLefrak.com, and give her a buzz or a message and let her know that you're ready to make changes in your life and get that mindset going. And if you want to get your business in front of over 100K peeps, email me at steph@juststeph.com. And don't forget to buy my book, buystephsbook.com. And stay tuned. More coming up on the Just Steph Show.